do is win, 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 no matter what. Don't got money on my mind. I could never get enough. It is your boy Anubis Can't Be Stopped, and I'm back again with another Division 2 video. And this is a Descent video, and we are back again in Descent. Now I'm going to talk about how to never lose in Descent. The one thing that people who want those coveted named item blueprints for new and returning players that don't have all the goodies and don't have time to farm for all the goodies, this is the best way to get all the goodies. Now, there are going to be certain blueprints that were tied to old past seasons, and I think it would be a good idea for the devs to run those old seasons one more time. But instead of running the old seasons as normal, run them as week-long events. Like season 1, you have 1 week to complete it. Season 2, 1 week to complete it. Season 3, 1 week to complete it. That way everyone can get all of those blueprints that are so coveted by the division, and then you can craft mostly everything that you would ever want. Now, talking about the Descent and how it's run and things of that nature, it is a very complicated game mode. It is not easy by no stretch, shape, form, or fashion. It is very much so a grind to get to this, because you only have like a 10% to a 20% chance of getting a reconstructed cache dropped from the Nemesis. I've ran twice at one time, 2 back-to-back, no caches at all. Okay, but this is the layout. You want to stack those damaged talents. Stack them as much as possible. If you looked, I had Optimus stacked, I had critical stacked, I have surgical, vigilance, critical, unchained stacked. You have to stack those talents. Sadist was one of those talents that I stacked because, for the simple fact is, come on now, let's get it. More damage to bleeding enemies. If you have trauma, there you have it. You have something that you can do. And as you can see, I've killed the Nemesis numerous times with different talents. Most of the time I have Plague of the Outcast. Sometimes I'll have Bullet Hell. If I don't have those, I'll have something other, you know. I did use Obliterate because I had Obliterate only works if you have high crit hit chance. So if you're speccing into surgical, you will have Obliterate as an option for you, and you'll be able to melt through the Nemesis, all the named NPCs and things of that nature. My key tip to you all will be, do the damage talents. Stack those up, re-roll those talents. You may not get the special ammo and stuff like that. X the special ammo. The special ammo means nothing. What means something is you getting those reconstructed caches and getting those blueprints. Get those blueprints, so therefore you can make even more stronger builds in open world, okay? All right, cool. This is what I have come up with. The strategy is, when you enter Descent, you want either a LMG, SMG, or assault rifle. Okay? Now, if you choose the LMG route, try to get something that has 50 to 100 mag size. That way you have the most that you can possibly have on ammunition. because you're not going to be able to spec into your ammunition until you get almost to the Nemesis room. So what you want to do is make sure that you get something that has between 30 rounds in the mag and up. Anything 30 rounds in the mag and up, you are golden. Number two, you want to focus on the first door. You want to focus on the first door. You want to make sure you take out that first door at all costs, because if a bunch of NPCs come out of that door and you lay them out, you have 1 or 2 NPCs left to attend with, okay? Now, if you're contending with those 2 NPCs, it's gonna be a breeze. Even if they're snipers, you can strafe out of the way of their sniper bullets and things of that nature, and you can roll and duck into cover. All types of stuff you can do. You can hit them from distance a lot of times, and that is awesome. Now, there are 2 different types of pools, I want to say. There are the elite pools of talents, and then there are the non-elite pools of talents. The elite pools of talents have Plague of the Outcast and Bullet Hell in them. The non-elite pools, talent pools, do not have Plague of the Outcast and Bullet Hells. So, being that it won't have those, you won't be able to utilize the damage over time talents. Now, what I will say is that on top of what's going on in the battle with those talents, the mechanic for battling without the elite talents is going to be really, really simple. The way to battle without the elite talents is going to be really, really simple. Take out the first door, stack your damage talents like 1 to 5 before you get to the Nemesis room. Make sure you have critical, surgical, all the time. Vigilance, definitely, because you're going to be in cover and he's going to be running around and you won't get shot at, so you're going to keep that damage. And that's going to be easier for you to take out the Nemesis, okay? Next on the hit list, if you can get something to give him a status effect, it has to be burn or bleed. And right now, the only thing I can see you doing is a burn sticky, okay? Now, I don't know if we can build a hybrid in there. I haven't come up with that yet, where you utilize a skill tier and you have extra damage, extra fire onto that fire sticky and things of that nature that will kill the Nemesis. Haven't come across that yet. I'm working on something. Bear with me. I might have something for you all in the upcoming weeks with that. But for right now, stack those damage talents. Now, when you're choosing your attribute, it's going to give you destructive, defense, or utility. Now, when I say a skill build, that would be utility. Defense, you know that's armor core. And I always take the first one I take is a damage talent, okay? That's the first one, period. I take destructive, and then I move on to loop 2. Loop 2, at the end of loop 2, I take armor all the way to the end. Defense, defense, defense. Now, with all that defense and I have that 1, I have a chance to do a little bit more damage. Now, what I would suggest doing if you're doing longer loop runs, flop back and forth. 1 damage, 1 neutral. 1 damage, 1 utility, 1 pop back and forth. I would do damage and utility for the most part, but if you do damage and utility as the loops get harder, you won't have the armor. You'll get 1-shotted by NPCs or 2-shotted by NPCs and things of that nature, and that's not going to be no good for no one either. unless you have striker drone and turret and they're eating the NPCs alive. That is what you're looking for longer runs. But to kill the Nemesis, the only two skills that you need is either a Firefly and a sticky, or a Riot Foam and a sticky. Okay? I'm gonna explain the Riot Foam to you. Riot Foam sticks people in place. The burn sticky sets them on fire. Okay? So if you can get both of those, you stick the Nemesis in place, hit him with the burn sticky, start shooting at him, and then listen here. The world is your oyster. You could probably beat him in one wave. Okay? And I guarantee you, if you do these tactics, these little bitty tactics, you will definitely beat the Nemesis. If you look at my gameplay and how I'm fighting against the Nemesis, I'm utilizing cover. I'm not out of cover too much. I made sure I had med kits. I made sure I had enough ammunition, all those things. So if you're doing that, you will be perfectly fine fighting the Nemesis. If you take your room slowly, leading up to the Nemesis, that's even better, because taking those rooms slowly and in control, don't run up on NPCs. If you're outnumbered, get away, regroup. They're gonna move around, you move around. Don't get caught in the open. The NPCs are gonna get stronger, they're gonna get tougher. So as they get tougher, make sure you are doing the same. You can spec more into damage and armor and utility if you start getting the striker drone and the assault turret and things like that, because then you could throw that in the middle of the room, let the whole room have it, and like you don't even have to do anything from there. Now those rooms and loops are going to be long as hell, because after loop 5 you start getting 2 waves. 2 waves takes a bunch of time, because you're going to get 3 waves in arena rooms. So take that into account as you are heading into those higher floors or deeper descent loops. Okay? This is your boy Anubis Can't Be Stopped. If everything I said makes sense, please let me know. If you had any questions or anything, I will try to get back to you ASAP. I have a lot of work to do. I've been putting in a lot of effort on these videos and things of that nature when I get a chance. And that's why I kind of do them open into nature with a little bit of background of life, because I don't want to just be sitting on the game or behind my work desk all the time. I want to make sure that I'm getting you all content out, but quality content. So remember, when you go in descent, stack the damage talents, take the first door out, move around the room slowly and in control. Make sure that you're utilizing cover. When you get to the Nemesis, make sure your ammo up, med kit up, and stay in cover. The skills you need: burn sticky, riot foam. If you don't get those, you can still win. Just to give you a heads up, you can still win, but I'm just gonna give you a heads up. That's what you need. That is the most effective way of doing it. And the second set of skills that you can do is a Firefly and a sticky, because all he's gonna do is throw a burn fire, I mean, not a burn Firefly, but he's gonna throw a blinder Firefly. And if he throws a blinder Firefly, he misses with the sticky all the time, unless you're just standing out in the open when you see him getting ready to fire, which is not a good idea either way. All right, there you have it. I've given you the blueprint. I hope you run with it. Like and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. There is room in my clan right now. I am recruiting new members at this point. All my members are still active. Well, a lot of them are still active right now. So let's go. Have a wonderful day. This is your boy Anubis Can't Be Stopped. It's been an absolute pleasure helping you all out with this descent video. I hope every one of you all get all the blueprints and things that you need. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in PvP and PvE. So let's get it, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. Stay frosty out there, agents. And I'll see you in the next one.
Blow your fucking brains out! Fuck! I'll kill you, motherfucker!
Room selected. Difficulty rating, easy. Hostile construction initiated. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
We lost, Hustle! We've got hostiles on our...
Console active. Entering new location. Difficulty rating, easy. Hostile construction initiated. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
I got this! Crap, gotta move!
Console available. Entering new location. Difficulty rating, medium. Hostile construction initiated. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.